When I didn't know that I had diastasis recti back then, I went to a chiropractor, I think a few months after postpartum, thinking that something may be wrong with my posture. So when I showed the doctor my belly, it was coning up. It's like I do a crunches to him and then I show him this is coning. Because when you do a crunches, usually if you're not able to manage the core pressure, it cones so easily. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? And the chiropractor doctor was like, oh, this is a hernia. You need to go to a hernia clinic to get a surgery done. I went to the hernia clinic and it was not a hernia. So I went back to my doctor and the doctor told me that it's actually a diastasis recti. And the reason why people confuse about it does share some of the similarities, and also hernia and diastasis recti came from a very similar risk factors, risk environment. So of course, pregnancy and postpartum is the main cause for us mama here. Lots of pressure inside to grow the baby, to have that environment. And the bigger it gets, the wider your muscles has to stretch. That's why the linea alba and the midline kind of stretch open, causing that gap in the middle of the abdomen. And then with the hernia, because this gap is stretched and the muscles here is thin, it will cause a hole for fats, sometimes organ, and then kind of protrude out because it's so stretched and thin. That's the main difference between a diastasis and hernia. Now, diastasis recti doesn't cause the hernia. It's the pressure from the abdomen, from pregnancy, chronic coughing, or like chronically doing the raw movement that causes issues. That's why you hear people say, don't do crunches, don't do plank, don't do sit-up, because those are the things that causes a lot of abdominal pressure pushing out when you're not able to manage it. And that is the reason causing the hernia.